Hi. I hit record and now I realize I don't actually know what to say. I guess let's just start with the important stuff. I don't know where you are. I don't know how to get out. And I don't know what this place is. I mean, it's not the Holiday Inn, I can tell you that much. But in terms of stuff that actually matters, I know jack shit. So if you were hoping for a fast pass on out of here, I cannot help you with that. But what I can help you with is who you are. I don't know how bad things are gonna get, but just in case you've truly hit rock bottom, your name is John David Burroughs. If you remember that, you're in good shape, all things considered, I guess. Oh, and maybe you want to know how you ended up here. Well, we were on a sales trip, staying in a Minneapolis Marriott. As we were getting ready to go, we dropped our phone in the crack between the bed and the wall. No big deal, we tried to reach down and find it. Couldn't get our fingers on it. So we really stuck our whole arm down there, down to the shoulder. And the weird thing was, we couldn't even feel carpet at that point. Now a smart man might have gotten up off the bed, crawled underneath or something. But you and I, we are not smart men. So we leaned in a little deeper, and are kind of wedged between the mattress and the wall. And then with just a little slip, we fell through. Landed down in here, nearly broke my goddamn neck, I'll tell you that. At first I thought that there was a hole in the ground under our bed or something, that we'd gone into the room below us. Yeah, if only. Looked up at the ceiling. It's perfectly smooth. The good news is we found our phone down here. So, I guess it was worth it. Anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm making this video because something is happening to me. I'm feeling confused. I've got this brain fog. I've been forgetting things, places, events, memories. And for a while I was telling myself, well, it's this place. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not seeing a sunrise or a sunset. It would drive anybody a little crazy, right? And then today, I forgot our daughter's name. And that fucking terrified me. How can I forget something like that? It was only for 10 seconds or so, but I had to work back through how we named her, Oh man, we thought about that name for months. I mean, not, we weren't killing each other about it, right? But we argued and argued and argued. After the chemo and the radiation and all that, the doctor said that we weren't going to be able to conceive. And my Ruthie proved him wrong, think we both knew we were gonna get one shot. There was gonna be a round two, you know? So it had to be a perfect name. I mean, she was our little miracle, right? How do you name a miracle? And then Ruthie came up with it. She always had the good ideas. Grace. And I knew right away that was it. You know, God had reached down and given us a little grace. And then, a month later, she was there. And she was everything we'd ever hoped for. Anyway, I guess I'm just giving you our biography now. It might not be a bad idea. But I am worried about running out of battery on this thing. Maybe that's enough for today. Alright. I'll talk to you soon. Well, hello again. It's been a bit of a weird time. I've been hearing some noises, things off in the distance. It's hard to even make out what they are, you know. By the time they get to me, they're just these little echoes at the very edges of my hearing. I thought maybe it was the building settling, but they're new, you know, they haven't been here before. And something else weird is going on too. I'm starting to recognize things. Wallpaper, carpeting, bedrooms, like places I've stayed in, you know. I mean, I spend a lot of time in hotels. In my adult life, I've probably spent more time in hotels than out of them. But how are places I've been showing up here? Well, it got me thinking. I have a couple theories about this place. There's an old Stephen King story about teleportation. The Jaunt, I think. And it's about this family that they're gonna go teleport to Mars. And the dad tells them the story of how teleportation is invented. And he says, when teleportation was invented, they realized you had to go under anesthesia to go through the teleporter. Because if you went through conscious, you would end up on the other side, insane, you know, or you would just die right after. And then this guy's son, he gets real curious about this. And when the anesthesia comes over to him, he holds his breath, doesn't breathe it in. And then they go through. And on the other side, the son is all of a sudden screaming. And he's saying you have no idea how long it is in there. It's millions of years. And you're just stuck there, alone. And you go insane. And then, you know, it's a Stephen King story, so the kid, like, rips out his eyes, I think. Why am I explaining this Stephen King story to you? If I've read it, you've read it. Well, who knows what the fuck you remember anyways. But anyway, I got to thinking, what if that's what's happening to us? You know, what if we fell into like a coma? Oh my god, that's embarrassing. The cleaning lady had to come in and we were stuck head first down into the crack behind the bed. Had some kind of embolism or an aneurysm or whatever. She had to pull our ass out. Anyway, we might be like in a hospital bed with a feeding tube in, right? Just a vegetable. And maybe we're gonna be stuck here for 10 million years until our body dies. Not a very comforting thought, I guess. How are you doing? Have you forgotten everything? Are you still holding it together? But then I had another thought. We read the Brothers Karamazov, Dostoevsky, and there's this story in it. I don't know if it's a real story or if he came up with it or what, but this character in the book is talking to the devil, and they're talking about an atheist who dies, and he appears on this road or something, and there's an angel that comes to him, and they say, if you want to get to heaven, you have to walk, 4 quadrillion miles down this road to the gates of heaven. And the atheist lies down on the ground and he says, it's against my principles. I'm not going to do it. And then, of course, he eventually gets his ass up and he walks for, millions, billions of years, whatever it is. And he reaches the gates of heaven. And he steps inside and he says, for even the first second that I've been here, it made all that walking worth it. So anyway, I was thinking, this is maybe the more hopeful scenario. Somewhere in this big-ass Hilton, there's the gateway to heaven, right? We can call those option 1 and 2, right? Stephen King or Dostoevsky. Shit, I should have paid more attention in Sunday school. Maybe this is all purgatory, right? What the hell even is purgatory? Is that where we are? I guess that's option 3. You just wander purgatory forever. I'm not sure which one of these I'd like the most. I guess number 2. I guess there's a chance of getting out of here one day. Did you hear that? That was a door. I gotta go. Well, we might have to reevaluate some of our theories. I've picked up a little kid. He was wandering around this place, just happy as can be. I mean, what's that supposed to mean? weird thing is, he seems really fucking real. I mean, he's just telling me about school and his family and his friends, and his favorite class is history. They're learning about fucking Native Americans right now. That's not very mystical, right? He's a talkative little guy. He's sleeping on a couch on the other side of the room. I guess I'm introducing theory number 4. We have fallen into a fucking parallel universe, right? Isn't that some Einstein shit? Like bubble universes or whatever. And maybe I'm in one of these places, and this kid's also in one of these places. He said he was at the pool, and then just all of a sudden, poof, he was in this place. He's just been walking around ever since. We've been walking around all day. I mean, whatever a day is in here, you can't tell anything about how time is passing. I think I've been here for days, but could be weeks, who knows? I miss my family, man. We met, and kid seemed kind of scared of me at first. I said, don't be afraid. I guess I'm just as lost as you are. He kind of looked around. I don't know, he's been acting kind of jumpy. Eventually I asked him about it. I said, kid, you seem kind of freaked out. He didn't really want to talk about it. I just let him be. After a while, he said, I don't want to get caught by the bad men. By the bad men? I asked him who he was talking about. He said the people down here. I said, what people? I haven't seen anybody other than you. He said, they're looking for me. They tried to grab me. He said they have a yellow monster with them. A yellow monster with a big black eye. I don't know. I haven't seen anybody down here, I think the poor kid's just having nightmares. He's handling it pretty well. I think better than me, to be honest. But I can see something eating at him. He wants to get home. Alright, well, I told him we go try to find a hotel pool today, so I'm gonna wake him up and we're gonna hit the road. We were swapping war stories about this place. Places we'd been, things we'd seen. I mentioned that I'd come across a hotel pool before the two of us met. He got real excited about that. He started saying, where? So, I promised that I'd try to find my way back with him. Kid likes swimming, I guess. Very nice to give him a good day. Anyway, I'll talk to you again when there's more to say. See you. I've been doing so good. I snapped at Scott today. We were walking down a hall and he just ran ahead. He was laughing. turned down the corner and I couldn't see him anymore. And I just went cold. I almost started crying and I started yelling at him. I said, come back right now. He came right back around the corner and I tore into the poor kid. He didn't understand what he'd done wrong. The thing is, I didn't really understand either. I made something up. I said, it's easy to get lost here. We have to stay close to each other. Which is true, but so I set up a sightline rule, We always have to be able to see each other. But something is getting to me. Since I met Scott, I don't know what's happening. I haven't been sleeping right. I've been hardly sleeping at all. I lie down and it just feels like there's a dumbbell on my chest. And my heart starts beating faster and faster. And I can't get a breath. And my whole body starts tingling and I have to get up and walk around. I just keep thinking about Ruth. What happened to us? We stopped talking, we stopped sleeping together. I'd sleep on the couch in my office. She never kicked me out of bed, we never had a conversation about it. If she ever asked me why, I would have said, I was working late. I didn't want to wake you up. But of course, she didn't ask. We didn't talk about what happened. I don't know what happened. I'd go to work before she woke up. I'd come home and she'd be out, I don't know where, I didn't ask. I'd eat dinner by myself. She'd come back, she'd eat dinner. Then we go to bed. And I know people change, but they don't just change like that. Why didn't I ask her what was wrong? What's that? Oh, no, sorry, kid. I'm just making one of my recordings. No, just go back to sleep, don't worry about it. Oh. I know how you feel, buddy. I've got a daughter? I don't think I told you that, did I? She's a bit younger than you. Doesn't talk so well yet. Still just toddling around. Oh, I miss her so much. And I know you miss your brother so much, don't you? Yeah. It's hard, kid. It's real hard. He's probably worried about you. Oh, he's gonna be so happy to see you again. He's probably going back to that pool every day, saying, has anyone seen Scott? Has anyone seen Scott? He's a little prankster, he loves to hide, right? Yeah. Oh, don't worry about that. I think your teachers will understand. Yeah, they'll let you make it up. I know they will. Well, if they don't, I'll talk to them. I'm glad I found you too, kiddo. It's nice not being Nothing. Just go back to bed, alright? We got a long day tomorrow. We still gotta find that pool, right? Alright. Sweet dreams, kiddo. He's a sweet kid. Lately I've been looking at him and I just start crying. I feel like I've forgotten something. Something important. I need to get out of here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Turns out Scott's bad men are real. We were up on a bridge today, crossing between two buildings, and somebody called to us. I nearly jumped out of my fucking skin. I looked down in the courtyard. There's a group of guys. They look like fucking SEAL Team 6. They've got rifles, body armor, all kinds of shit hanging off of them. And standing in the middle of them, there's a guy in this big yellow, like hazmat suit, something you'd wear to go into Chernobyl. And he waves to me. And I'm just staring at this group of guys with guns. And he says, "Hi. Is that Scott with you?" And I was stunned. I said, "How do you know who this kid is? Who are you?" He said, "We're with the government. We came down here looking for him. We're here to try to get you out." Now this whole time Scott is grabbing on the back of my leg. He's just saying, "No, no, 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 no." And, I'm catching the heebie-jeebies from these guys. I said, "You need a bunch of guys with rifles to find a little boy." He said, "Well, this place can be a little unpredictable. We like to be on the safe side." Now you can imagine what I thought of this, because I've been here for fucking who knows how long, and I haven't seen anything dangerous. Anyway, hazmat guy says, "Why don't you just stay there? We'll come up to you and then we can show you both the way out of here." And at this point, Scott is shaking like a leaf. I just listened to my gut. I listened to him. I don't know, maybe it was stupid, but something was wrong. Something was fucking slimy about this whole situation. I just said, "No thanks. We're good. We'll find our own way out." Hazmat guy tried to push the issue a little bit. He said, "Hey, we know a way out of here. It's very easy. You guys could get stuck here forever. We can show you the way out." Scott's family is really worried about him. It was real weird, too, he said. Somebody very dangerous is looking for that boy. He said it's for everybody's protection that they take him. Put him somewhere safe. I said, "Who the fuck wants this kid?" He wouldn't say. He said it was classified. I'm trapped in a goddamn MC Escher painting and this guy's talking about information security. Yeah, well, suffice it to say, it wasn't a very persuasive argument. But I just took the kid's hand, started walking down the bridge. They were watching us go the whole time. All those guys with guns just silent. And as soon as we were out of there, we started running. when Scotty couldn't run anymore, I picked him up and ran. We just ran for, felt like hours. We were going through doors, through rooms, trying to just create as much distance. Tonight I sat Scotty down and I said, "Who are those people?" He said he doesn't know. I said, "Why are they looking for you?" He said he doesn't know. I keep seeing those guys' faces, those Navy SEAL dudes. The way they were looking up at us, looking at Scotty. There wasn't anything like kindness in those eyes. I don't know who these people are. I don't know what they want with this kid. But I know in my heart that it is nothing good. And I am not letting them have him. I did forget something. Before I even made my first recording, I forgot something. I don't know how I ever forgot. We went down an elevator today. Went to a new floor. As soon as the doors opened and I saw the carpet, it all came back. It was the same carpet. The same carpet. It was in Reno. We were visiting Ruth's parents. I didn't get along with them. I couldn't stand them. I always stayed in the hotel when we went out there. Ruth was with her parents. I was out getting an ice cream with Grace. She wanted to go swimming, so I went to go get my swim trunks from the hotel. We got up to my floor, and Grace was laughing. She ran down the hall ahead of me, went around the corner. I went up after her, and turned the corner. She wasn't there. There was a little cubby in the hall with the ice machine. I walked over to it, jumped around, said, "There you are." She wasn't there. I looked behind the ice machine. I went down the hall. In a couple hours, the police had turned that place upside down. We checked the basement, the roof. The cameras saw us going in, they never saw her going out. I never saw my daughter again. This carpet is the same. The wallpaper is the same. How is this place here? I thought she was at home, waiting for me. How did I forget that? And now all day I've been thinking. And maybe if I ended up here, and Scotty ended up here, and I found Scotty and I helped him. She was too young to know where she lived, know our names. But maybe somebody found her and helped her, just like I'm trying to help Scotty. Maybe whoever found her, maybe she's living with them now. And maybe she has memories of a man whose name she doesn't know, holding out an ice cream cone, holding her in the pool to swim, carrying her through the sand. And maybe she knows how much he loved her. Maybe she's all right. Well, mission accomplished. We found a pool today. I think we earned a good day after the cramp of those Navy SEALs. I tell you, this kid is like a dolphin. As soon as we saw the pool, he jumped in. He was paddling around like a pro. He's a better swimmer than I am. I was huffing and puffing trying to do the breaststroke. Pool was real weird. It was long and going down in hallways. I mean, what do I expect? This whole place is weird. The funny thing is, this thing actually had some slides. Big colored slides down into the water. Given how Scott ended up here, we both agreed it would be best to stay off the slides. Anyway, the kid brightened up a lot after that. Gave him a bit of that joie de vivre back. It was a good day. It's real strange. The ceiling over the pool was painted like a sky, clouds and a sun and everything. This place is... it's creepy, but it's also kind of comforting. There's something familiar about it. It's like the feeling of visiting your childhood home, but it's different than you remember. All the decorations have changed, maybe the furniture has changed, but there's still something comforting about it. I don't know, maybe I'm just losing it. Maybe I just spent too much time living in this freaky-ass psychedelic hotel, and now I like it here. I've been thinking about it, and I don't know why, but something in me just tells me that Grace is okay. I can't explain it, I don't have any evidence, but I just have faith. When we get out of here, I'm going to fix things with Ruth. We lost our daughter, but we didn't have to lose each other. I'm gonna make things right. I'm going to heal us. Or at least, I'm going to try. Anyway, listen to me rambling on. I guess I'm just feeling good. Kid tired himself out today. He's over there snoring on the carpet. It's weird, but I'm starting to feel like this place ending up here was good for me. I don't know. I'm talking crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna wake the kid up. He's rested enough. I do want to make sure that we stay ahead of those freaks. And they can probably move faster than us, so don't want to stay in one place for too long. It's nice to have a good day down here. Alright, buddy. I will catch you on the flip side. Goodbye for now. Well, this is gonna be my last recording. They caught up with us today. Cornered us on a balcony. A little interior courtyard. There's nowhere to go. And all those fucking Navy SEALs came out with their guns. The guy in the hazmat suit came out in front. He gave me his offer again. He said, just come over here. We're gonna lead you both out. You'll see everybody you love again. You'll see your home again. You can go back to work and the life you had before. Just bring Scott over here, where he'll be safe. I'm ashamed to say that for a second I actually considered it. Getting back home. Patching things up with Ruth. I told myself in that moment, I said, maybe these guys actually want to help Scott. I tried to convince myself of that, I guess. But Scott was crying. Something was just wrong. Wrong with these people. I think I was freaking them out a little bit. I think they didn't charge at us because I was at the balcony with Scotty. I don't know if they thought I was going to dangle him off the edge or whatever, but they were playing it cautious. Mr. Hazmat Suit was being real talkative. You can go back home, go back to your family, go back to your life. It did sound pretty nice. And I don't know what came over me. I was standing there thinking about it. Thinking about what to do. And then all at once, I knew. And they're gonna do God knows what to this poor kid just so I can go back to my fucking life. Not a fucking chance. And the moment I knew, I started moving. I just picked Scotty up in both hands, turned around, and I launched that kid like a fucking missile. Chucked him straight clear across the courtyard onto the next balcony. Poor kid probably got rug burn landing on the carpet. Well, that didn't make Hazmat Suit very happy. He shouted something. All those SEALs started charging at me. And I had 2 seconds before they were going to be on me. So I just climbed up on the railing and I jumped towards Scotty's balcony. Well, I got my fingers on the railing. Scotty ran over to the balcony. He put his hands out to help me. Poor kid thought he could pull me up. I started trying to climb up. And then one of those bastards actually shot me. I think they got me in the kidney. Or the liver or something, I don't know. And I lost my grip. And I fell. Tried to lean forward. Tried to grab onto the next balcony down. But I hit it real bad. And I just went falling and falling. And I figured that was it. I had a few seconds to really ponder the fact that I was about to meet my maker. And then I splashed down in the pool. I limped my way to the side of the pool, pulled myself up, and I've been sitting here ever since. I can't move so good. I think something inside me kind of popped when I hit the railing. I've been coughing up a lot of blood. And not to mention the bullet hole. I'm just sorry I couldn't get that kid out of here. I only hope I gave him a fighting chance. He's a smart kid. He survived out here by himself. He's gonna run. He's gonna run fast, and he's gonna run far, and those motherfuckers aren't gonna catch him. And I guess that's it. It's funny, I was making these recordings for a future version of me. Turns out he's not gonna need them. Oh, fuck. Now that I think about it, those fucking weirdos are probably gonna come down here, pick up my body, take my phone. Well, if you guys are watching this, especially whichever one of you bastards shot me, I got one thing to say to you. Suck my balls. Hurts to laugh. Although, pain's actually been getting a bit better. That's probably a bad sign, right? Probably means we're closing in on the end. Now that I know who's gonna be watching this tape, I guess I'd rather just spend the last moments of my life by myself. I hope you never find that kid. Fuck. I just realized I won't see my wife again. Hey, if you guys happen to have any shred of humanity in you, I don't know if there's some way you could just convey to my wife. I don't even know what to say. Ruth, I'm sorry. I won't be coming home. And I really, really wanted to. I wanted to fix things. I wanted to find the new us. And I guess I won't get the chance now. I wish I could explain everything that's happened. But, baby, I think I'm on my way out. I'm sorry I couldn't see you again. I miss you, baby. I really, really miss you. I don't want to be alone for this.